And I'm Megan, and welcome to When Creativity Knocks. We're here in Camarillo, California with Dorothy, Ada, and Lois. How are you ladies?
Hi, girls.
Hi. And we're going to be learning a really fun project today. The ladies are all a part of sort of like a social sewing group. Gives them something to do when the boys are out playing on the golf course. And my mom's come up with, yet again, another crafty and reusable project you'll see as we get going here. And these aren't just rings, but what are they?
They're pin cushions. So when you girls walk into your little sewing group, you are going to be the envy of everybody. And I understand you've never
used a die cut
machine before.
Yeah.
Never.
So part of this little project incorporates a die cut machine. And we're using our Sizzix, and it comes in lots of different flower shapes, thank you, die cuts. But the one I'm going to show you today, we're a little shout out to, hi Brenda. Pinnock is the designer. She's one of my girlfriends who designed this. And
that's what I got.
And basically what happens is that you put a piece of felt. Most people use paper, but it's great for fabric too. So I'm putting the wool felt. I'm basically going to make a sandwich. I'm going to put it between these two plates like this. No electricity needed on this one, which is kind of fun. We're going to pop it into the die cut machine, and I'm just going to crank it. Hold the handle here.
That's like shuffling cards.
Right? It's like it's those card shufflers.
There you go. Pull it out, and Megan's going to show us.
And it's gone ahead and it's cut out the different shapes for you.
Isn't that cool?
Isn't that cool?
We left one little straggler.
There you go.
Oh.
Yes, the kids say cool, exactly.
That really is.
And so we've already done a bunch of these for you.
Okay, so we just finished getting everything all set up. We had to get the die cut out of the way so we have our nice clean work surface. So get us started. What is step one here with our project?
Okay, the step one, what we're going to do is we're going to take either water bottle caps or soda caps. So you just, before you put them in recycle, twist off the lids. I've used a Walnut Hollows Versatile, and I put their point on, and this one's not heated, so, but you do heat it, and you just burn right through the cap, so you get your two holes. Okay, now, word for the wise, this should either be done by the stove with the vent on because it's fumes from the plastic, or do it outside so you're not, inhaling that, okay?
That's smart. I would be the one who didn't do that.
So anyway, I have a whole little bowl of these, and we'll get to those in a minute. So you just set those aside, and we'll get going on that. Right. So then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare making the pin cushion.
Okay.
And how you do the pin cushion is we're going to do basically what's a yo-yo, used to be called a yo-yo. They still do call it that. I made a 3.5-inch circle. Traced it onto a piece of the fabric.
So it's just kind of your stencil template.
Exactly. Okay. Cut that out, and then you're just going to hand baste around the edge. So that's as far as we're going to go right now, and I'm have you ladies, I've already prepared, cut out the circles for you.
Okay,
so pick your color that you want to do. There's one for you. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could do it on it. I did it on this side so the viewers at home could see what I did, and I did it in red.
We need a knot.
But you would want to do it in
no,
a
you don't need it. You don't need a knot. You just start a running base, leaving a little bit of a tail, and then you're just gonna no perfect stitches, just stitch all the way around the edge.
Out 1/8 of an inch in.
Yeah, 1/8 of an inch. It's just like no real science to this. You just kind of want to get around the edge. Okay. Now, as the ladies are doing that, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pick our assortment of flowers out for our pin cushion. And we've put a whole bunch of different styles out here, and I've already layered mine up, and actually one of them already has a hole cut in them. If they don't have a hole cut in them, what you can do is you're just going to take your felt and fold it in half, kind of find the dead center, and just cut little holes in it.
Oh, like just give it a little snip and then cut yourself one.
Yeah, cut yourself, because it is really important that it does have that little hole.
But it doesn't need to be like a perfect, like...
No, it just needs to be able, because what we're going to be doing is elastic's going to be going through this hole in a minute. You have to be able to get through that point.
Okay.
Okay, they're doing wonderful. Now, as they're doing that, the next step we're going to do, now I've picked out my flowers.
Well, we're concentrating on this, though.
No, that's okay. You just keep, you guys are doing great. So now I have my little flowers all set up, what I'm going to use for the pin cushion. And to make my, the actual pin cushion, the fabric part, I am going to lightly pull the two threads that we just sewed, okay? And Megan, I believe you have a little bit of stuffing there.
And we're just going to stuff this like a pillow, right?
Like very good, a little pillow. Okay. And she says she doesn't craft.
I don't. I stuff pillows.
We're going to stuff this. And so you're just gonna work this in
I have
as we go along.
I've made one before.
And I want it a little bit think I need a little bit more. So now I've got my mini pillow, as Megan referred to it, and I'm going to just tie this off, tie a knot. And what we're just using is actually 2 strands of embroidery floss to do the stitching around the edge. I find regular thread might snap, so it's better to use something a little stronger like an embroidery floss. So now everybody's tying them off. We've got our little mini pillows all done. And what we're going to do is pick out a cap. So I'm going to let you pick out what bottle cap you want to use. I've already put the holes in them for you. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece of elastic at an angle, and you're going to feed the elastic up through the holes.
Oh.
Once your elastic's inside, it's going to look like this.
Wait, how do you get it?
Okay. So you're going to go from the bottom. Okay, we're going to cut this nice and sharp. You want to make sure you kind of cut it at an angle so you have a nice sharp edge. You're going to come up.
That's the secret.
Yes, that is the secret. You're going to come up through the bottom, and you're going to pull it. And you know, if you have tweezers, you could use tweezers to help get it in too. Sometimes you just have to work on it to grab that little point. There we go. And then we're going to, that might be a little too long. Let's cut another angle. And then this, you're going to shove this one through there and pull that up. Okay. You want to kind of adjust it to your finger, but not too tight, because we're going to layer some flowers, and the felt does take up a little room. So just kind of, you just kind of want to eyeball the adjustment, how it's going to be a little loose on your finger, not too tight. Okay? And once you've done that, and everybody's finger's a little bit different, I'm going to trim it down a little bit more. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue right onto the elastic.
You need more scissors.
And then I'm going to push down like this. Okay? I've put that down. I'm going to cut the elastic again. I'm going to put another little piece of hot glue. And really, you don't have to worry about being messy or anything here. We just want to get it in, and we want to get it to stay.
Very good.
Okay, so that's how we've gotten it done. So now we have our little ring ready to go. Okay, now everybody's been picking out their flowers, and they're getting them all ready. If they don't have a hole in them, just cut a little X in the bottom of it.
We're ready.
And now you're going to start layering.
We're ready.
Take
How many flowers do we have?
However many
you know, 3 to 4 flowers.
We're ready.
Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take,
Look at us, look at us.
you're going to start with your smallest flower first. That's going to go through, bend your elastic and put it through your hole. And you're going to use a little bit of hot glue.
Oh, you go
Each
section?
layer, right. So each section needs to be glued down.
Watch out for her, she's crazy with that glue gun.
Then the next, now I'm going to do my next layer. And I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue here on top of that flower. Now I'm going to push my next one through.
For the first flower, did you put the hot glue on the...
On the cap.
The baby one.
Oh, the cap.
On the cap, right. And then my next one, so you're just literally layering with the hot glue. You can use fabric glue as well if you don't want to use the hot glue and burn your fingers like I'm doing today.
Why not? Burning your fingers is so fun.
I love that part, actually.
That was
So when
sarcasm.
this comes over like this, and then you have your little your pin cushion's pretty much done. And if you want to take a cute little one on top, we could do that too.
Do the littlest one first?
Your
Yeah, the
your
smallest one
one first. And then you're going to go ahead. They're itching to get this done. So then what we're going to do is then I have really fun little buttons, and you can pick out a little button that's going to work, and you can glue that right onto your flower as well. And then there's also fun pins. I bought these really pretty pearl pins just so you're looking dazzling when you go into your sewing group. We're going to just put our pins in. Girls, you did all a great job. We're going to put those little rings on our fingers. Our pin cushions are ready to go.
Very cute. We'll show off our bling, as my mom likes to call it. Lois, Dorothy, Ada, thank you so much, ladies, for being with us today. We had a great time. And you know what we always say, when creativity knocks,
Open the door.